There are moments in history when just a few months are enough to change the direction of the world. January 2026 may turn out to be one of those moments. This month marks the final phase of the first year of Donald Trump's second presidential term. But instead of stability, the world is witnessing turbulence, confusion, and an unprecedented level of global anxiety. The question many are asking is simple, but deeply unsettling. Is Donald Trump willing to do anything to make America the world's undisputed superpower? Or are his decisions driven by personal anger, wounded ego, and unresolved frustration? A pattern of pressure, humiliation, and chaos. Look closely at the events of January alone, and a pattern begins to emerge. The president of Venezuela is reportedly woken up in the middle of the night under U.S. pressure. Trump openly talks about taking control of Greenland. NATO, the backbone of Western security for decades, is being weakened from within. America's traditional allies in Europe are hit with heavy tariffs. Confidential messages from the French president are leaked publicly, something almost unheard of in modern diplomacy. These are not isolated incidents. Together, they form a strategy built on pressure, public humiliation, and calculated unpredictability. The Macron message that shocked the world. One moment, however, crossed a line even by Trump's own standards. Donald Trump shared screenshots of private diplomatic messages sent by French President Emmanuel Macron, messages exchanged in confidence. Trump mocked them publicly and issued a warning. If France does not comply with U.S. demands or join his proposed Board of Peace, French wine and champagne could face tariffs as high as 200%. This wasn't negotiation. This was diplomatic intimidation, broadcast to the world. Many analysts called it below-the-belt politics. More importantly, it shattered trust among world leaders. Today, no leader can be sure that a private conversation with the U.S. president won't become tomorrow's viral post. Nobel Peace Prize obsession and personal resentment. For years, Donald Trump has repeatedly claimed credit for stopping wars and easing conflicts, yet the Nobel Peace Prize never came. That frustration appears to have turned into resentment. Trump openly criticized Norway's Nobel Committee, and reports suggest he even linked military aggression to not receiving the award. In one shocking claim, Trump allegedly warned that without recognition, he would stop thinking only about peace. Whether symbolic or serious, the message was dangerous. Global leadership cannot be driven by personal validation. Greenland, Canada, and the Greater America vision. Trump's obsession with Greenland has returned, this time more aggressively than before. In 2019, Denmark rejected his offer to buy the territory. In 2026, Trump is no longer asking. He now claims Denmark cannot defend Greenland and insists the U.S. must step in, supposedly to stop China and Russia. AI-generated images shared by Trump himself show American flags planted on Greenland's ice alongside senior U.S. officials, declaring it part of America. Even Canada has not been spared. Trump has repeatedly referred to it as America's 51st state. Supporters call this the Greater America vision. Critics call it 19th century imperialism in a 21st century world. Who benefits from this chaos? Ironically, the biggest winners from Trump's actions are not Americans, but America's rivals. Vladimir Putin sees NATO divided and Europe uncertain. China watches as U.S. credibility erodes. Europe no longer trusts Washington as its security anchor. As Trump treats allies like adversaries, Russia and China quietly expand their influence. They don't need to attack the West. The West is tearing itself apart. Impact beyond the West, India and global trade. Trump's America First policies are also hitting developing economies. India, already labeled a tariff king by Trump, faces heavy trade pressure. Exports are slowing. Factories are losing orders, jobs are at risk, especially in jewelry, diamonds, and manufacturing. Trump has even publicly said that decisions are influenced by personal gestures or the lack thereof. Statements like, "He didn't even call me," now appear to shape foreign policy. Is this leadership or emotional retaliation? Strong leadership or mental instability? Supporters argue that Trump's actions are bold, necessary, and long overdue. They say Europe has depended on American money for decades, and it's time to pay up. But critics, including U.S. senators, psychologists, and political analysts, raise serious concerns. They point to extreme anger, impulsive decisions, memory lapses, personal grudges shaping national policy. Some even question whether an 80-year-old leader driven by resentment should control the world's most powerful military. The crossroads. Donald Trump stands at a historic crossroads. One path leads to a stronger, more assertive America. The other leads to global instability, broken alliances, and possibly the foundations of a future world war. History has shown us before. Sometimes it's not nations, but one individual's obsession that pushes the world towards disaster. The coming months will decide whether American institutions, global diplomacy, and international cooperation can calm this storm, or whether personal anger will continue to rewrite the world map. So, what is this really about? Is this a strategy to make America great again, or is it one man's ego, frustration, and hunger for validation shaping global policy? Let us know your perspective in the comments.